everybody. So this video is about political participation and socialization. Political participation refers to the ways that you can be involved in politics and government, and political socialization refers to the way that people gain their personal ideologies. So why do you have the political views that you have? Okay, let's start with participation because that one is very accessible. Voting, of course, on the top left corner. The right to protest on the bottom left. This is a photograph from the Women's March in Washington in 2017. And so you can go out and protest with 1 million of your best friends. This picture is of the world's largest political march. So that's very significant in terms of numbers. The more people that come out to a protest, the more effective it's going to be. And legislators, members of Congress, will actively pay attention to larger protests because they tend to be representative of more views of the public. You can also participate in different methods of protest, like the young man on the right on the bottom. He is burning his draft card, and so that was a protest against the Vietnam War. So there are other methods than simply coming out carrying signs. You could also run for office, like Hank up in the top center. Hank is not an actual candidate. He does technically run for office in the state of Virginia. He runs for Senate every time that there's a Senate race, and I think he's quite handsome. I love his little dapper bow tie. A bow tie is cool. But you can, as a human, run for office and to be a bit more effective. Hank does actually have a website. It's hankforsenate.com. And you can buy some Hank merch, which is pretty cool. He's got some Hank swag, or make donations. The donations go to a local animal rescue, by the way. So lots of ways that you can participate politically. In terms of political socialization, there are different socializing factors. On the top right, you've got a picture of Donald Trump and his grandchildren. Family is considered one of the top primary socialization factors. His grandchildren are likely to have political viewpoints similar to him. Most people tend to have a viewpoint similar to whomever has raised them, your parents, your grandparents, if you're in like a foster family, something like that. Typically, people are heavily influenced by the individual or individuals who raised them. I have a little daughter, and she is certainly very impacted by my thoughts on basically everything because I am her worldview right now because she is just a toddler. So family has a heavy influence. Not everyone, of course. Many people do grow up and change their political viewpoints or they do not support that from the start. But in general, family is one of the heaviest primary socializing factors. School also makes a big difference. Where you go to school, what type of school you go to, how it's funded, the classes that are offered. Religion as well, and that can be, it's not inherited, but generally where you're from is going to have a major impact on what religion you practice. If you're from upstate South Carolina, many people are Protestants, but if you were born in Philadelphia, then you're more likely to be Catholic, so you'd be Roman Catholic. If you are from an area that's strongly Hindu or Sikh or Muslim, you might be of one of those religions, and so that's going to shape your worldview as well. There are other socializing agents. They're called secondary socializing agents. Your peers, the people that you spend time with, whether by choice or because, say, you're thrown into the same classroom together. Media, what the media says and what media you select, and that is particularly important in the age of the internet because we have so many choices now. So you could really get into a bubble if you want to, and many people do, via social media or whatever news sources they prefer. Leaders, political leaders, if you admire a political leader or you don't admire a particular political leader, then that's going to have an impact on how you view politics via their policies. And then major events, major life events that are political in nature. 9/11, for example, really shaped the viewpoint of young people who were coming of age at that time. And that was a life experience that people who were adults or teenagers then had that people who are teenagers now do not have. And so there are some significant differences that come about in socialization via those events.